pull this out. And welcome to the stream if anybody's here right now. Ah, crap. I was hoping I was close to. Ow. Do I look like I care? I don't have anything for leaves right now. Yeah, we're doing granola, then we're gonna probably sell it. Make sure I have the yeah, I have the yeah, all you have to do is have the tow hitch stalled. Some of the tippers you can basically grab them without a tractor. Then anybody that doesn't know how to play this game, or never played it. Is that actually done? Nope. It's getting ready to change right now. Oh, okay. Let's put in real time. Save this. Wait a minute, I want to get rid of that other place. Go. And I don't know how to get rid of it without shit. I mean, I gotta check that thing, make sure it's that one over there. And not that one. One good thing about this, it doesn't pause like the other one does. One bad thing about it, it doesn't pause. It doesn't pause. So it's a good thing and a bad thing. No, I'm going to do one more circle around before I grab it. That's one good thing about what they've done since a while back. Used to be YouTube was only supporting Trump. I was not seeing any ads from anything with Hillary in it. It was all Trump, Trump, Trump. Now I'm seeing a thing for Hillary, but it says vote for women. Not really just vote for Hillary, it's vote for women. So it's kind of, it doesn't talk about Trump, but it's kind of after everything that came out, it's kind of an anti-Trump thing, just it doesn't talk about it. And if you don't live in the United States, you probably don't see the ad on YouTube. Alright. I pulled the thing off to try and make it have room, and it's only worse. If you want to know where the basketball thing is, I'll show you at the end of this video. Show you where the basketball court is located. Because it's not normally where you expect it to be. If none of y'all played this game. Or played it but don't know where it is. This is what I got. Like, I'm seeing if I go for the biggest cultivator for this, you can actually get bigger headers for the New Holland versus that. You can go for a 45 or a 41. Who's going to go for the small one? Let's try and have your mind tight on here. You ain't going for the small one. Like, I have a Sony television. It's not really Sony television. The PlayStation monitor. I wouldn't even buy it if you have a shot at getting it. Everybody says, oh, it's great for this. It wasn't. I had a problem with playing video games on it. So, if you're using it for television, great. If you're using it for the PlayStation or something, even when PS3, it worked good for PS3, it did not work great for PS4. I mean, I wish they'd make it up to date one, but $600 at the time when it came out was not worth it. It was basically when it started dropping in price, like $100 or something I saw at Best Buy when I got it. Yeah, it was worth it. But now, you don't need the 3D because the majority of the games are not using 3D. It's now going virtual reality. So 3D TVs are now useless if they're out. Because I've seen virtual reality. Ooh, great. See, I was looking again for 4K TV, but I just, even with a 4K Blu-ray player, the cheapest I saw at Best Buy, $100 in the Sony one, but it only had 3D. A lot of the more high-priced ones didn't have 3D with the 4K Blu-ray. Sorry, keep on scratching on my nose. It's itching a lot. Oh, I thought I put double wheels on that thing. Just one single wheel. One thing I like about this game was, hey, how are you? One thing I like about this versus Farming Simulator 15 on PS4 is not only the mods, it's where you customize your farming equipment and stuff. On certain things, you can customize it. Actually, what they should have had on Farming Simulator 15.
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good. How are you? Sorry if I raise my voice. Because in my...
Good, haha.
So, who is this? Because it's now not even saying who the account is anymore that's talking. Or you can tell me
Just
what
Lego 101.
Oh. Do you do YouTube videos? Because I've heard of the account before.
Yes.
Alright. I'll look you up and
Got like
subscribe to you.
200 of them.
Alright, I'll look you up after this video and subscribe to you. And let you know on one of your videos. Actually, I might do it right now if it doesn't kick me out of the video when I do this. But I have slow internet. While I'm running in 360 standard.
Where have heard of me from?
I've seen some of your stuff.
You.
Alright, you got 17 subscribers, right? Because I pulled you up, it shows 17 subscribers and 15 videos. If this is you.
No.
Alright. How do you spell your account? Because I see Lego 101 then.
I have 234 subs.
Other than that, ain't you though, I put in Lego 101. Your thing does. Let me check my video. I might be able to check it and find you that way. If it'll let
Just
me.
Lego 101.
Alright. Now I gotta check channels. Okay, I found you. 2 videos, right? 7 subscribers. Just got your 8th one. Oh, I've seen one of your videos
No.
before. Huh? Oh. Crap. It's hard to find you because they don't list you up top. I checked that account. Unless you're trolling me. Oh, here's another one with the same account. Same setup on subscribers with one video. He's getting ready to finish too. Problem is, with too many accounts are almost identical to yours. If it's Lego 101, not 101.
Look in the chat to see how to see my name.
I gotta pull it up somehow. It's blocking me from doing it through the phone. And I don't have a computer booted up. Let me check something. I might be able to set it up this way. But it will blank my video out, so just stand by. Oh, I don't want that. Okay, it's just Lego 101. Alright, I'll get to that. Now I'm gonna pull it off. Okay. Just Lego.
Yes.
Found it. If this is you, you have
Do
230.
you like Lego?
I like Lego video games. I did do a live stream on Lego Marvel Superheroes. So you're just Lego 101 with 234 subscribers. Because that was the first thing that came up. It's just Lego 101 with 234 subscribers. And if that's you, I'll put my stamp down.
Yep,
on
that's me.
Alright. Now you got 235. And it might show my account. I don't think I blocked it, so it can't show it. If you click in through the actual online, like through like the website on computer or something, it should show me. I don't think I blocked mine, so it can't show. Yeah, I love Legos. I used to play with them as a kid. And if mine didn't get all sold or I lost them in my closet or something, I'd probably give them to a friend or family member that had younger kids.
Thanks for your sub.
Oh, you're welcome. If you like, you can subscribe to me. because I do live stream in most every. It was supposed to be one on Monday, but I did it on Tuesday because of an update on PlayStation 4.
Okay.
And I do record a video through PlayStation from like a thing they give you.
Do you only do live streaming?
I've done streaming, but streams on Steam, yeah. But I only do record it from there because I don't have the capabilities to do live stream because I believe you need a media source plus 2 computers is the easiest way. Otherwise, you gotta find what site they're using and do it that way. Because I have, like, Play TV. Plays TV I've been using from Steam. Like, a lot of my subscribers I subscribe to, I don't even watch the videos because they're not doing anything I'm interested in anymore. It's like when you own the game, it's like, what's the point of watching you if you own it? It's like, I watch a lot of them. I started watching, and then found out their gameplays are a piece of crap. They have no. There's most of the people I'm watching are more. They know what the game is, and they're more like, I know what it is. I know how, and I know more about it than most people. Some of these people, you can tell they have no clue what they're doing, so why did you buy it? If you had no real interest in it, don't buy it. That's the way I look at this game. If you have no interest in it, which, one of my friends do this. Get all the trophies and say done with the game. I'm like, I don't even worry about the trophies. Like, if multiplayer on this one does have, we get trophies and achievements, great, but otherwise I'm not into that stuff of getting the achievements, getting the trophies. I'm not into those. I really don't care about the achievements. When you buy a game, you should be buying it to play it the whole time. If you're into it, you're not going to care about the achievements. It's really not something, unless you're an achievement person where I gotta have every achievement to look good.
Where are you from?
State of Virginia. I can give you the town, but when you look it up, it's a piece of crap mostly. Yeah, you have all the events for the town. If you look up Colony Beach, Virginia, you'll find out what's all in my town. Small little town community in Virginia. That try to be more than what it is, and it's really not. Sorry, swallowed fly.
Okay, nice.
No, thank you. Uh, it's actually more gross when it goes down and actually it's still flying when you get him in there. It's not like, oh, he went on your tongue. No, he's flying in your mouth. It's way worse.
I'm from Australia. Hey.
Oh, that's nice. I don't get many people that are not in the United States. There are only in, I get mostly people that are in the United States. I don't have many outsiders. But because I'm on PlayStation, I see a lot more people from Japan than everywhere else. When I check the thing for PlayStation, it shows the one studio thing. If you have a smartphone, I would suggest it's a free app, but I would suggest get it. Get the YouTube Studio because
That's
there's a
pretty
lot
cool.
in there that the computer doesn't tell you. If you have like a smartphone that has, best way to do is get an
Do you have
Android.
Instagram?
That's the only, that and Vine is the only thing I don't have. Because I haven't never looked into them because Vine, the real reason I didn't look into it because 6-second videos, I don't like doing short videos so much. It's, to me, I would rather watch more like 2 minutes of something to get a good feel of what it is. Vine and Instagram, I believe, too, like, Vine was always 6 seconds and that's getting ready to go by. And Instagram was 11. I don't like short videos, that's the only problem to those two things. Which I've seen a lot of Vine people, there are YouTubers that do the 6-second videos and they're...
Do you like Star Wars?
Oh yeah, I do like the Lego Star Wars games, but I'm waiting. I've seen this on ps4, but I'm waiting for them to do like with the Lego Harry Potters with the new consoles. When after the last 3 Star Wars, I believe this last 3 because I know there was 2 books out. I know what one of the books to episode 9 was. It was Shadow of something. But it was, these books were out long before the movies.
What about the movies? I am the hidden god WHO created, the Mandela effect. Click on my channel and watch the automatically playing video to see that I am the hit.
Uh, I've I never looked at many movies that are not. I wish a lot of these international films were in the United States. A lot of places in the United States don't show them because it's either not a big budget or people don't like watching subtitles because the thing's not in English. I haven't watched many videos that are not with subtitles with another language. And it's actually, looking at it, I wanted to pay for the beta so it does all the subtitles, but I've seen what the subtitles look like in English. I wouldn't even pay for that because if it's the crappy subtitles like it is in English closed captioned, most of these things don't come out exactly what they're saying in English, so why even pay for the subtitles unless it improves everything out there? If it improves it, here, take my money. But if it doesn't, what's the use? It's like to get the other languages, you gotta pay for this thing to get the closed captions for every other language. But when the English one ain't perfect, why even watch the other languages?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, I remember that as a kid. People as a kid used to make it really a bully thing with fat people. We did it with the U-Haul thing. How much haul could a U-Haul haul if a U-Haul could haul you? It was basically changing all the words to woodchuck, that one to that. And I used to, because they like, could you re-say it? And I had speech impediment, which I couldn't even say it back then. It was actually hard because I was laughing at the thing, and it's basically, they're bullying me. But it is funny to think about it. Oh crap. Bad thing is this ain't right next to it, which I gotta buy two other tractors just to get this together. Or to sell the other thing. Sell this cultivator for another cultivator. Eventually, after the save, it will put it all together. But it took me a long time to figure out they were actually bullying me, and they were trying to get me to say this. It took me a long time. It took me until adulthood to think, man, they were bullying me. And just funny if you look at it this way. Cyberbullying, so bad, but kids I know back in the day that used to bully me as a kid, they still bully me and they're adults now. And they do it all over the internet because they're too afraid to say it to my face. Do they understand?
That's pretty sad.
Oh, it's funny when you think about it. It's all funny when you think, oh, they type it out on Facebook. Yeah, you blocked me. But if I had all that stuff printed out, I could use it against them. I never kept this page up there after they did that to leave the page off. But I should have gotten the printer open up, put new ink in there, and just print it all out and use it in court. Yeah, good luck trying to do that.
How old are you?
26. The age bracket most you from I think it's 34 to something if you look at this one app. I think it's 34 to 26. I'm in that age bracket, and that's where I get a lot of my people watching the videos I've seen. They all watch in that age bracket, 26
Peter
to 34.
Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. A pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers,
I didn't
WH.
even believe anybody would type those things that long. It's funny when it reads it out to you and it's reading it perfect, but it can't even. Leafy is here. It can't even pronounce here right. It pronounces it her when it comes out in text. Some people type in Leafy is here, it comes in her over text, and they're spelling it the correct term, but YouTube does not have something right with their spelling for comments. Like, I've been doing this on YouTube ever since PlayStation 4.
LOL.
Yeah, no. And I've been doing this YouTube live streaming since PlayStation 4 started doing it through the PlayStation 4. I've been doing live streaming through YouTube for that long. It's over a year. It started before October 1st of last year. I mean, at the beginning I was dedicated straight up doing a video every day, Monday through Friday. Now, since I've figured out I can do YouTube videos without having the live streams, the problem is...
Want another tongue twister?
It doesn't matter to me. It's just, can the thing pick it up is what I want to know. And it picks it up so correct. Go ahead, if you can get it typed in, let's hear it.
Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter, but a bit of better.
You know, I've heard that, but it didn't even sound like it fully spelled it, pronounced it correctly. It actually, I think, was an advertisement for a company that used that in the United States, and was a, I believe it was a cracker commercial, used that one time back in the old days. And it used basically on that order, but it was an advertisement back in the old days, and they stole it basically from that. It was partially, you knew where it came from if you knew all the old stuff about those tongue twisters. You knew so much. It basically was, they basically stole it for their um, cake mix, basically. Used some of it, but you knew if you knew some of these tongue twisters, you knew where it came from. And you're from Australia. Yeah, I'm from Virginia, but it's in the United States. I know Australia's a country and a continent because they taught that in school. Funny thing is, we don't know the United States. A lot of the stuff they teach in school, they don't even teach the war in 1812 so much. I could go on history books and stuff to actually realize the War of 1812. Like, I watched off the History Channel, they tell you this much, but PBS did something that tells you more than what the History Channel knows. The History Channel's teaching you about what the Americans that remember the war and was taught about it know. But there was one thing by PBS that talked about the Indian side to the war. Like, they didn't talk about that on the History Channel. It talked, like, on the History Channel, the 3-Day War. It's actually a 3-year war. It was actually a 4-year war. Come down to it, they started in 1812, went all the way to 1816.
Do you like sports?
Yes. I'm more of a baseball fan myself. And I didn't actually believe the Cubs were going to win it, to be honest. I thought Cleveland was going to take it. The funny thing is,
Do you
I
like
had
NBA?
not so much in basketball to me. My family was never. Yeah, one of my family members played basketball, but it was late into his school year. He actually played baseball most of the time, and most of my family, that's what they played is baseball. They did not play the other sports. My family comes from a heritage of baseball being in their background. On my dad's side of the family, my mom's, even my dad said I would have been somebody like a pit. If you go through numbers and know what all the numbers are of each position, I would have been number one. I've been what's called the pitcher too. And then when you figure out all the names to all the infielders, actually first baseman. Well, you figure out all the infielders are actually sex positions, sexual talk. They ain't just grossing you out to figure out that all the names are actually stuff you would do in a male and female relationship, or if you're same sex, which I don't have a problem with being that, just don't push it with people that are not. Because I know there's some people that
Do
would.
you have a girlfriend?
Actually, no girl likes me because of my weight in this town. I've actually tried to get girls. It's like, I actually want a girlfriend, it's just women don't want me because of my weight. It has nothing to do with everything else, it's the weight in this country. Oh, the women want a hot looking person. Hey, yeah. You think they're any different in most cases? I had women I was into that were into me. What really stopped it? The distance, and I didn't drive. She actually got her driver's license when I was 18. I actually tried several times. It's just, when I got 18, what's the point in most cases of driving?
What is the time where you are?
Around 7 o'clock in the morning. I know it actually, where I'm at, it passed 7 o'clock, but it actually, in most cases, benefits everybody. Where I live, it benefits more of the globe than what some people do in the United States. They do it late at night. It really doesn't benefit main countries, I found out, by doing it that late. Because you have to know the
Okay,
time.
it's 10:42 p.m. here.
Yeah. I, 10. That's, that's 10. Man, I thought you all would be on the 24-hour time, not the 12-hour. That's like 10:40, so it's 7:40 my time. If everything is the same over everywhere, as the minutes don't change, it's just the hours. I know some countries, the minutes change because of where they're at and what sunlight it takes, but they're in the same hour period. But our country, if you really, some people don't know a lot of time zones outside their own because they weren't they weren't in school studying world time. You were only learning your own country at one point. A lot of countries still learn like that. You only know, I should be dumping this off. It's almost 100%. Like, I was looking it up. Bugs here are nothing like they are in other countries. Why is it tipping that way? Oh, I know it should be tipping that way. Okay, what? Why? Oh, that's why. Why is it tipping back? Yeah, on this game they give
You're
you.
pretty
Oh,
cool.
thank you. I mean, I see some YouTubers. I don't know how they get away with the content they do because it's like, I don't know if it's some guideline to YouTube where some people get away with language and some people don't. I just, when I started, if you watch my starting videos, most of them I did cursing at the beginning. The later ones I just got used to clean up my act for YouTube. But a lot of people, I don't know how they get away with it in some cases with the YouTube guidelines the way they are. And the YouTube guidelines used to be more stricter than they are now. Because I've actually looked at YouTube.
Going to watch some of your old videos.
Alright. Sure.
He'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, the beginning ones were stronger language than the other ones because the guidelines for them wasn't as strong as they were now. Anybody that's still here. One of them I did make 18 because you had to be an age requirement for the reason it had the F-bomb used every time I turned around. It was like F this and F that. Got to the point. Don't need to say it because the guidelines were as strict as they were now. I'll probably do this after I get done with this field, since I have no other fields that I own. Probably stop and cultivating stuff on Monday.
I'm back.
Alright. Letting you know again, if you didn't hear, I'll probably be cultivating this field and probably sell it, and that might be it for today. But I'm going to put it all in there just to see how much I get and then sell it by train. Since I don't need a tipper to do it, I can put it all in the train, just drive it off the train, sell it. The one thing about the other board, I don't know if it has.
Do you like this game? I have to go now. See you'll watch your next stream.
Alright, see ya. Find
Me?
while you're here.
No, not you.
Oh, okay. Trust me, I'd rather have somebody talking in this.
Oh no, I was talking to the Lego kid.
Oh, okay. It's better to have a type up here, to be honest, because it's actually, I'd rather have somebody type, to be honest. Because I get bored just sitting there talking to myself until somebody hits the comment section. Alright, yeah, near 100, so I'm gonna wait till he turns around. It may be a she, because I know they got girl workers on this sometimes. Funny when you get a worker and it's like, it's not the same worker. It's like, worker this, worker this. Why even let her on?
Yeah, how's your day going?
Not good. I woke up around 4 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time in the U.S. Now, I hate to bring up this wrestling group if you haven't watched them on YouTube. WCPW, it's still, some of the stuff they're doing, I think they're paying these companies to use the rights to some of their stuff, because they're using a lot of the wrestlers that are not WWE anymore. They're using a lot of their WWE music and theme. They're not using the other company's stuff. They're using their WWE stuff. So I'm sure they're paying the WWE use the rights to it. And I do like that wrestling group because it's out of the ordinary. It's better than two groups that are the top groups in the U.S. And at least they're televised on YouTube. I can't get some of the other wrestling groups that are over the internet to do on YouTube. they focus on YouTube for their everything but pay-per-views. I don't know if they're a paid YouTube service when it comes down to pay-per-views. But they're actually decent, to be honest. They're not great, but a lot of the stuff they're using in the US, it would be banned. Like, I saw a woman use a Canadian destroyer in there. That's banned along the US because if you watch the move, you have to completely do a 450 splash. If it's done standing up, straight up, you gotta do a 450 basically move your body 450 to your opponent. Usually the person on top has to do most of the flipping, and he's basically flipping and landing on the grunt mat. A lot of wrestlers can't do it, and one of the people that kind of did that move was Scott Steiner. It was a Frankensteiner, but all it was a Hurricane Rana from basically a guy that's about as tall as everybody else. That was the move he was known for, and he did it from the mat. A lot of these lucha libres, you see him do a big guy, and you know the big guy has to do most of the flipping. The taller guy has to do most of the flipping, but when it comes to lucha libres, I'd rather see WWE put a lucha libre match and use a rule for lucha libres only. But they won't put two of those together because they want to put them as a tag team group, not put them singles and make every lucha libre have to take on each other. And a lot of their lucha libres, like the Shine Stars, if you knew the persona and knew they were actually the ones that came out of the Mexican bull, with that bull, they were actually them. My dad, for the longest reason, didn't know that was both of them until he started watching a lot of the stuff on the internet where it showed who these people actually are. I'm like, you know that's the group that the Shine Stars were that, and he's like, I don't think so. It was this. They were both the Shine Stars, or those bull people. It's too easy to tell if you know who the wrestlers are. It's so easy to tell. And the reason I see Cody Rhodes not in the WWE anymore is that he probably got too much hate because of where there was a thing on WWE they did. Stardust. He came out and said, I have no father. And shortly after that thing came out, about 6 months later, his father died. And how can you... And we were like... When I heard, oh, WWE say he said on when he was with the WWE, he liked that character. Why he quit then? Why he want to quit? And they just let him go. If he was going to get mid-card status as that, I would rather have been let go than stay there and they're not going to try to push me into a title. He was still mid-card status playing that. And you've got to say, he shouldn't even have worked as a tag team. They should have made him a title contender. But that's the thing with wrestling. It's like, I'm wondering, I'm hearing that WWE sold to UFC. I'm hearing they're trying to sell the company. I'm wondering if half of this stuff is actually true, or people just talking, because it's just ridiculous to sell that stuff. because I don't understand selling a company just for your business, because it's not selling. Why would you sell if they actually sold the UFC? Why? That means they sold the UFC, and one of the wrestlers that didn't want to be part of WWE went to UFC. If UFC actually bought WWE, that's a slap to Vince's family. In most cases, if Vince sold that to UFC, it's a slap to the face for them. Because that was the thing, his father owned the company at the time. It never got big until he did the stuff. If he did sell UFC, then CM Punk gets a free ride back to there. And he would never go under Vince's stuff. Which, if he sold it, then CM Punk gets a free ride back in there under UFC's contract. And the guy at Save would never go back in, and Vince owned it. Why would you sell to for a wrestler that was the only reason he went to fighting there? You can't say you sold it for $4.2 billion without a price, which the company, I bet you, is worth more than $4.2 billion. You sold it like that, you're not getting half the shares that you were getting as the owner. But I was hearing they were having problems, and this is leading up to Survivor Series, and they can't book half the stuff they want for Survivor Series because of money issues. Just ridiculous. That's why I'm shaking my head. He wanted to buy TNA in this much trouble, and he was going to buy TNA for like $2-something billion. Why were you going to buy a wrestling company and do it to drop the company and just take all the wrestlers? If you were having money problems yourself, you don't go and buy your competitors out and have money problems yourself. Then you just, oh yeah, I bought this company, and then go and sell mine because they ain't worth anything. That's why people think, oh, he's going to sell WCW. I mean, not WCW. TNA's going out of business. No, they're not. Not with the guy. And they talked about, there was one thing in the WWE that one of these people from What Culture talked about. They were talking about in the Halloween episode of Raw. All I'm good at is smashing pumpkins. Well, the owner of TNA used to be for a band called the Smashing Pumpkins. That's why he said it's basically a shot at TNA. And if you weren't watching it, there was a lot of sports in America being played at that time. You had Monday Night Football, and I think you had basketball running at that time. So you're losing a lot of your fans, but you think about it. They have the WME network. If you're losing your fans and they paid for the network, you already got their money anyway, so what does it matter if they don't watch it? They're already paying for it. So if they're not watching, you've already got their money. So what does it matter at this point that you've lost views? But I think a lot of people won't agree with me. They think the WWE Network's a good investment. No, they're not. If they're going to pull in these big name wrestlers, that's a losing cause to have it that low. We said, if you're going to pay that low, You should make pay-per-views separate and make it a $5 fee more to have the pay-per-views included. Because I should be able to buy it without pay-per-views, because all the other stuff, some of the stuff is crap. It should have been, the WWE Network should have been wrestling only. Then they would have made a little money. No, we're going to put these side programs to make people buy it. And I'm sitting there, you're putting more money into it than you should. Just get fans into it that have not bought it anyway. Yeah, that's great. I would rather see the WWE do away with half the other programs. It should be everything, and they only have WCW to a point. It should be every company you own, rights to their name. You should be able to advertise all that on the network. They only advertise all the way to WCW and WWE. You don't see anything past the Monday Night Wars. It's like, I want to see all the WWE pay-per-views back in the day, and all the other companies' pay-per-views, because they had decent pay-per-views, to be honest. They had decent pay-per-views. It's just, WWE is, if they own the rights to them, they don't own the video footage of it. They need to go, if they were going to make the network great, they need to just make it all wrestling programs. Everything back in the day that people of the youth that came up during the Attitude Era didn't know. And if they want to help themselves, go back to managers that actually got in the ring and did something. Not these managers stand on the sidelines and don't try to get up in the ring and involve themselves. I want to see those managers get up on the top of the rope, try to distract the ref. That's what I want to see. Because I know one thing, when you see them mouthing each other, it looks like they're arguing with the ref. They're not arguing with the ref. The ref is actually just telling them. In any league, it's the ref's job is, at that point, is to tell them what move it is. When they argue, it's the script's supposed to go this way. When they're arguing with the ref is actually telling them that it's got to go this way. I found out it's actually, the script's been changed right in. I didn't know until I started watching other people talk about it. It's not really they're arguing with the ref. The ref's telling them, look, the script's been changed. You got to do it this way. That's why you got the 2 count. If you don't see a guy arguing with a ref, it's not going down the way it was. It's going down like the contract, the script says for that match. If you see him arguing with the ref, something's been changed and something's going to happen. Like, I didn't know. When you used to see them cut themselves, the ref is actually, most of the times, handing them something to do that for blood. I didn't know all that until I started watching people talk. This is actually what the ref is doing. You see all this stuff, it's the ref controlling all this. The ref actually has more of a job than fans think. They're actually more of the... They know how it's supposed to go down this way, but that Bret Hart incident, if any of y'all are on this thing from Canada, anybody that's not thing, that Montreal Screwjob, The ref already knew everything before everybody else did. The ref already knew what was going down, and probably the other wrestler. One of the wrestlers, if you're not supposed to win that thing, they won't tell you ahead of time. They'll tell the ref and the opponent how they want it to go down. That's the thing. That Montreal Screwjob, your opponent already knew how it was going down, and he's going to win it, and it's a last-minute decision, and the ref already knows it. Like when you saw Mike Tyson come in there, and he's the enforcer that won WrestleMania. If one of the wrestlers doesn't, if they are all not in agreement with it, usually the wrestler that's gonna lose at the last minute is usually not told how the event's gonna go down. They're told it's part of it, but they don't know they're going to lose in most cases if it's a changed decision that night. So I was looking at it and I thought about it. I was watching this one group. They could have did the Bret Hart thing a different way. Both men's shoulders are down. Shawn Michaels kicked out. Both of them do the bridge but don't get connected right. And both shoulders are down. Shawn Michaels kicks out and you go one that way. And the screw job wouldn't took like it did. When it went the way down did, it could have happened that way and it would have been a dusty finish. No, and they could have made it, the people, everybody was like, huh? How'd this happen? They could have made it that way and Screwjob would never went the way it did. Made Bret think, okay, it's going to end in a double count out. You're going to win the title that way and have Shawn Michaels come out and the ref. Supposed to count 3 and Shawn's going to get his hand up and we're going to count it as he wins because his shoulder came off the mat. Bret Hart actually shoulders were down. They could have did it that way and that screw job would never took the effect it did. But it would be like, it was supposed to happen this way. Oh well, he kicked out and your shoulders were down the mat, so you lose. So in another league, and that's actually what they should do if it comes down to a draw. It's supposed to end a double count out, and the champion's supposed to win the title back by double count out. They should have it where the opponent kicks out, and that should be how they do it, and everybody's like, huh? How'd this work? And he raises his hand, and they don't know what the hell's going on. They should do them like that one time, just see how the fans would react. That's the way they should have screwed Undertaker over, to be honest. Oh, he goes for the bridge, doesn't have it fully applied, and Brock should have never had it where he throws the pin like that. If you're going to do a screw job move, that's the way they should have did to have the Undertaker win. Lose that match. Should have had it that way. Fans would probably have been stunned anyway he lost, but it would basically be they could have came back and did a quick match anyway instead of, oh, he had a concussion. That's one of the reasons he lost. It was nothing else. He had a concussion. Lost that way. Should have never had him have the concussion. Should have played it as, oh, he pinned him, but he didn't bridge right, so the opponent kicked out. Oh, he wins, you lose. That would be even more of a effect they could came back with a match real quick. Instead of, oh, we're going to take this, we're going to take over a year and something just to come back with a rematch with Brock and Undertaker. So should have did that way, then we happen to rematch real quick. Because that should have been the Undertaker's loss. Should never. It should have been basically a dirty move. Should have called the Undertaker and made him lose. I'm actually glad one thing, there was a crap destruction mod. If I did this, I lost a whole row of crops at once. I would destroy a whole lane with the way I'm driving. Because it wouldn't be just my tires going over, I believe. It'd be everything going over and destroying it. Like, I've seen with people where they play on PC, they don't even know you can get the modifications on there for this to put a tow hook on it and just pay a little bit extra money on this. Just put a tow thing so you can tow these stuff. Instead of getting those two trailers, you can actually go this way and some of your stuff can be towed on this, like cultivators and stuff, be towed with driven with this, and it's a lot cheaper to get these than some of the tractors that support that. They don't even show online really how much real capacity it does with that one that is an American truck versus the other one, where it has like the piece that sticks out versus the European trucks. They don't tell you how online really how much of a difference. It just tells you horsepower. Doesn't tell you the big one, the more expensive one, has more towing capabilities. Can tow more things than the small one. Than the one that's flat. I don't know why I'm going over here right now. Alright, let me check something. Alright, I got almost 4,000 some. Right now, down at the train mill for barley. And granola. Mill where you gotta put a train in. What's funny with this, with barley and granola, this stuff changes every minute versus what it did on the other thing. The problem is, on the other stuff, you only had one real, you were the only real farm that could change every hour. Now you got like all these other farms, unless you buy every field up, that can change all your stuff without you knowing. Like if I show you something with all these farms, everything in blue I do not own with the blue dots in behind it. But there's that many stuff on both of these that really can affect how much you're getting every hour. Like it drops every minute because, oh, they see a good deal. It lasts for 6 hours. Well, every hour it drops, but you gotta understand every farmer is gonna hit that thing. So it's gonna drop every minute if you don't gamble. Like I think every 5 minutes it drops. If you don't have it on real time, I guess, excuse me. But if you don't have it on real time, you're basically, oh, what is it? you're basically it's basically going to change like every 5 minutes mostly, and a lot of those fields, if you don't own a lot of them, don't own a lot from these farmers, you can't really. And what's funny is, you look at a lot of the fields, like now you can buy silos. In most cases, they would be better because your silos for this one's in the middle of everything. If you owned every field, even on 15, it would be better to have silos you could buy for other places. Problem is, do I have to put it where the stuff is? Do I have to put a silo, or can I put it wherever? Because there's like train places for each train. I don't know if they drop off stuff or just you pull it around and it doesn't store, it just drops. I think the first one does allow you to bring it to other places. I don't think the other train that goes to the mill does. I've never tried to put it on the other train because I said, what's the point of doing it if it's not really a help? If I can't drop it off at the main one, transfer all the grain over, you might as well not even have silos at the other place. There's no sell point. Unless they're going to come out with an update to add another sell point for the train one. There's no other sell point. It'd be better to have 2 sell points on each track, and you sell it, and you can sell it to each track instead of, well, we're going to have one here, and you only have 2 real drop-offs to the one with the mill. I don't think you drop it off on the one without. I might be mistaken, but I don't think you can. Once the price starts changing up, it's showing red, so it's not even a good price. And I don't have wheat, which I sold that one of the times I did sell. Like, if it shows red, not white or green, you might as well not even sell it because on here, because it's not really a deal. It's like, really, you gotta look at both the farms and decide if you really want to sell these crops. If majority of your farms are barley and canola, you may as well not even plant those. If they're planting that and it's not yet grown, you might as well not even plant those crops. Because they don't pay you good when the majority of your places are selling. Made those the last 2 times. They might sell at the train thing, which is going to screw your shot at getting any of it sold. The only problem with the AI on here, they do take advantage of the worker because it changes every minute. They could be selling it every minute to the point it won't be good when you go to it. That's the only problem with this. They can sell it every minute and screw yours right up when you want to sell it. Let's see if it's... No, it's still down. It's going down. Like, if it's up, it'll be in green. It'll be like 200... 2,000 some for canola, and like a thousand some for barley. Some of it's good deals. The problem is there are too many people, too many farmers that are selling this stuff. I'm probably getting ready to close out the video because I don't want to sell it while it's in red. So after I get these put away, I'm gonna, and I really don't know why I'm putting them in a shed anyway. If I could figure out which ones are which, but by the age you can't really tell. If I could pick one of them up, I could tell which ones I've got. Like it's so, like it's just ridiculous in some cases on here because the old one it was you control all the stuff. New one you got to battle with all these other farms, so it kind of it screws you over with having those. Like I got a power washer, but I don't 9 times out of 10 use it. It's not like the old one where you had 7-day forecast. I wish I could figure out how to pull that up on here that way, but it doesn't even show the weather, I believe. It might be just console not allowing it. It may do it on PC with a mod. But there's a lot of these mods that are not on console yet, or ever will be. This capacity for console. I'm wondering if the PS4 Pro and the newer console will allow it. Like the PS4 Pro and the one they're developing, if they develop it still. Alright, probably, yeah, this is going to be the end of the video because they're still in red for that train thing. It's a lot easier to sell it there than anything. So, next Monday I will be cultivating it. So, good luck and goodbye for now.